Well, it is all over at the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Sekhukhune United iqanda. Mamelodi Sundowns take all 3 points away from home in a game ebibhekwe ngamehlo abovu following what happened last time at the stadium when Mamelodi Sundowns was playing CAF Champions League. Namhlanje coach revived himself and take all 3 points and say, who do you think I am? What do you want from me? If it's not the positive result that I give you, this is my views, my expressions. If this is your first time here, please do subscribe, share, and tell others. We are here. And sikuphathele ngaphathwa abaningi. Igama lami uSiboniso Sizo wakwamnikazi Sibongo, and I'm not by myself. I'm Coach Kila Mpila.
All of it is uhamba kanjani ade ngagcina.
Hayi, kuba kunenkinga ngabasuzwile. Hey, ngiyazwa kuthiwa hey, kade uye kwi vacation eDubai.
Anginamadollar ndoda ngiyamstavi anginamali.
Yabo ama-analyst ethu ahamba eDubai yakhokhe my views.
Ngaqathi nabantu. Obese ngithola ama-inbox amaningi la.
Well, let's go to today's game. I see the smile from you. We just spoke to Usipho. Usipho is still not convinced about the coach. He's still saying, no, there's no room for him with Mamelodi Sundowns. We saw so many changes as far as the starting lineup is concerned. Maybe our first point of discussion, let's start there. How did you make of the lineup from both teams? We spent too much about Mamelodi Sundowns last time. Let us also engage a bit about Sekhukhune, because I thought Nabo, they had quite a plan coming into this game.
Yeah, Sekhukhune, when I saw the lineups, I saw on paper that okay, Sundowns is going to be playing around the 4-2-3-1. Then I also saw Sekhukhune now going with the very same approach of 4-2-3-1. And then I was not that surprised when I saw, because I expected that it's going to be a close game and a tactical game, because I know Eric Tinkler usually plays very well for the big three teams. And then usually he loses, maybe drops the points, maybe when he's playing about Chapel United. But when he can play against these top three teams, he always makes sure, because the tactical master plan, of which I think it worked for most part of the game, for more than 90 minutes, of which it would work very well. But what I'm worried about, I knew that Sekhukhune would be starving with the ball because Sundowns will always be dominating a possession. But I think they could get half chances. It's just that they didn't utilize them, especially first half when they got 4, 5, 6 set plays, of which Sundowns defended them very well. But other than that, second half, also Sundowns, they made a tactical substitution, and then which made Sekhukhune not to have a lot of chances beside the route one and trying to play on the second ball. After Mncube was taken out, and then everything just collapsed for Sekhukhune. And then when he made a mess up, he went in approach of just defending, and then eventually just lost the match because Sundowns just went to the second gear. So, but looking at the starting lineups, Sundowns, so it was new faces, new players, new combinations. So we expected that Sundowns won't have that much fluidity. And then, but the game, when the game started, and then Sundowns started to dominate the possession and trying to find, although there was a lot of frustration because tactically Sundowns were not able to get behind the defense of the opponent. Abo Sales, they were lost in the match, especially first half. Abo Resino, they were lost in the match because they couldn't find the pockets. So the only thing they needed to do overloads, wide overloads, where it was only Tapelo Mrena's side it was functioning first half, but this Divine Lunga side it was not functioning, especially in the first half it was not functioning. So
you're talking about the man of the match not functioning?
Yes, in the first half, because Divine Long had got the man of the match because of 3-4 box entries for the second half, not for the first half. The first half it was ineffective, so that's why am I. So that relates to the first half and the lineups, and then so that was the lineup. So there was not much fluidity. But let me just give Jaden Adams. I think when he playing is that deep lying playmaker, he's playing very well. He understand that hybrid. Yeah, he understand that hybrid position. It's just that second half he was more aggressive, more wanting, not playing sideways. Now there was more intention, yes, more direct, and now they were starting to find my spaces because they were moving off the ball abo says, and then started to find my passes, and then sometimes started to put the balls behind the defense, especially when Sekhukhune reverted from a 5-3-2 when they were defending, and then they went to a 4-3-3, and then now they started to be gaps between the center halves and the fullbacks, and then sometimes tried a combination there and there. So that was it.
Well, one could say the first half was quite a boring part of the game, and the second half we started to see some movements taking place. What would you then say in comparing of the two
first half? So it was very simple. First half, it was just a tactical game because the distances between Sekhukhune United, they were so compact, and then because the first 15 minutes they just played the 4-2-3-1, of which they defended to a mid block. But they didn't press high. They just went to a mid block and towards a low block, and then they defended with the Lokozan 4-4-2. And then Sundowns, when they tried to have those combination in the wide overloads about Apollo Mren, then they reverted to 5-3-2. That's why from 15 minutes towards 30 minutes, Sundowns didn't have a sniff, didn't get any chances for the other period. And then when after 33 minutes, that's where that Reina got the chance because Nakwana, it was during the transition, that's where Sundowns could get a few combinations and then make a box entries, and then credit also to the goalkeeper Leonard, because he made that save of Leon and also made a save Galokozane Reinas, which was very good, and also credit to Dennis Onyang by reminds me that CAF Champions League games, because you'll always be having those aerial balls, and then he's very good, more than Ulokozane Williams, because he collected, I think, he collected more than 4 to 5 balls from the top, and they're just taking them and then starting to bend. Also credit to Dennis Onyang about reading the game second half, where Lokozani's rest defense was imbalanced, and then he just went up to be a sweeper keeper towards the 50 yards and then perused that ball, because that one was going to be very navy for the Sundowns. But when you're going to Sekhukhune United, when they came second half, they said, okay, we won't change anything. But what they changed is system. They reverted to 4-3-3 when they started to make changes. So they taken a Tabo Piri Nabo Hopa, because Hopa was not getting a Lokozan a supply, because Sundowns were able to make 10 overs in the midfield. Now Sekhukhune, they were not able to combine. They were only going on Lokozan. They wanted to go on a break all the time. They were going on the break, which made that guy that got injured, the right wing forward, and then after when he went out, so there was no longer that attack. So you could say that the plan was on that level. Then once the other guy was taken to go and close that gap, so now there was no attack on the right hand side, or the only attacks they were on the left hand side, because they were exposing when Utapelo Mrenes just moved up, they were exposing the space. So one, they were overloading there on the side of Uchuanis, and then which resulted to Amakona kicks. Then so when they went to the second half, and then they went with the 4-3-3. Now the game started to be more opened. Because now there's one defensive midfield. Now Osales, now they were able to catch spaces now, because they were able to move. When there was Umonara and Umkez, they were not able to find spaces in behind. So now the game changed, and then when also Sundowns, they made substitutions. Now they bring Abo Santos. I don't know why Rosino was still on the pitch for that long time. I don't know, because I don't see.
But Rosino, when Santos came in,
now you say yes. When Santos came in, so the whole 70 minutes, he was nowhere to be seen.
Maybe then you could have said that they should have brought in Santos earlier, because they complement each other.
But Mkholise was more lively than Ulokozan, Uresino. So that to take him out. And then when we came back, when they came, because Mkholise now they were frustrated, Mkholise No, Umkhulise, Uselzi, no Leon, they were frustrated first half. They were not getting the supply. They were not getting any balls. So, but when Umkhulise tried to be deep next to Adams, and then you started to see sometimes making a penetrative passes and a progression. So that was it. And then when the Sundowns they made a changes, bringing about Santos, bringing about taking out about class is permanent. Yeah. Class is permanent. And another thing, that Leon guy, I've seen enough. That one is a goal poacher.
Yeah?
That one is a goal poacher, Baba. That guy is not good at the feet. 1-2.
Okay, Wamabila, we can't.
Yeah, but you could see even the runs.
Positioning.
Yes, positioning. Whenever Sundowns will be playing those diagonal balls, crosses towards the box, so he always go to the far post. And then he always sniffing because he always goes central towards the Stephen goal. But great impact on Shalulile. Shalulile got less than 15 minutes, but he made 3 shots. It's a shot where he tried, and then it's 2 shots where he also tried with the header, and also creating that chances where it was a shot on target. And still, for me, the man of the match should be the goalkeeper, not any Sundowns player.
How many saves did the guy make?
He made that save of Ushalulile. He made
Just
that save.
save.
He did made that save. Ga Reynas. He made the save. Ga Leon.
Those balls come direct to him.
Yeah, but it's clear saves. It's clear save, because he was the one that was between the Sundowns scoring and the
Sipo was not happy. It was Divine Lunga, man of the match.
I mean, I can give maybe Adams. Yeah, not to Divine Lunga, because Divine Lunga, I mean, for me, he was final pass.
I think he was busy.
Yeah,
he was very.
Yeah, my returns. I mean, for me.
What is a terrible football play? Let's close.
Yeah.
Let's close. Coach Cardoso. So many things have been said. Are you happy? Do you see Cardoso taking Sundowns somewhere? Should we not be worried? Now, what more do we want?
I'm happy about the noise that happened on the previous match of
not the violence. We are not happy about violence.
No, I'm not happy about the violence, but I'm happy about him switching on.
Okay.
Now seeing Sundowns playing crosses. You will never win a Champions League if you don't play the crosses. Even in the AFCON, we saw if you don't play the cross, because that was my frustration with Divine Lung. Divine Lung was getting there on the good spaces, and then he has to go back. Now look at on the other side. Utapelo Moreno was making a 1-2 and making impact, trying to do a cutbacks. Taking the ball from the.
Let's go back to the coach.
Yes, and getting in. But the point I'm trying to emphasize, do the crosses. Now, when Santos is there, you know Santos will find you with the pass. So when you're having those diagonal balls, because in the Champions League, you don't find the spaces. And also, Sundowns does not have the personnel that able to shoot outside the box. There are a lot of opportunities, of which that one moment Santos got, and then very, very good goal. But the coach has been under pressure. Then you could see that the coach was the relief when the goal came in. And then for me, I'm happy for him that he will go to the Champions League not having the pressure, because we know that last season, Oman Ngomabngiti was fired because he made 2 consecutive draws at Champions League. And then we also saw this year, Michael Cardoso making 2 consecutive draws with Champions League. MC Alger and also Al Hilal. So now, and then he was on top of the law, Kumangob, and but Kumangob was fired. Then now even this guy is also getting 2 consecutive draws in the Champions League. So now that graph that was being said by Fleming Beck, so all those things they bring talking points, but good for the players, the response when you see Omodiba with the experience. So when they come, they impact the game positively. Then you could see that this will make the dressing room to be stronger, and also the belief on the coach, and also they will work hard. So I'm sure the Sundowns won't lose away. Maybe they will get a draw, but they won't lose away because of the spirit. This game was very important because it was just going to decide many things, and also this fire, because I doubt that the supporters today will be calling beats. But when it's Champions League games,
Well, that's just about it. This is my views, my expressions. If this is your first time here, please do subscribe, share, and tell others ukuthi we are here. From me, now, we are out of here for now.
Hey, yes, mbongela ucoach.